This is the only game user settings video you'll ever need. There are so many videos on best game user settings that have recently came onto YouTube. Some of like the biggest like FPS boost creators have made them, and they're wrong. They're literally wrong. So this is a video you need to watch. Like, I'm going very in depth, and I've changed quite a lot of my game user settings that many creators haven't. Firstly, we need to find our config. So what you're gonna do is type in percentage local app data %, press OK. You wanna then press F on your keyboard, find Fortnite game, saved, config, Windows client, game user settings. Now go to properties, ensure read only is unticked. And now we can get into the good stuff. Obviously, for a beginner, this looks very daunting and there's a lot of weird things, but I've took the time to literally go through every single command line and find what actually makes a difference, because a lot doesn't. First things first, and what you can do instead of having to scroll down and find all these things, just go to edit and then find, and then you can search up whatever I'm looking for. So let's say I show FPS, you can just type in FPS and it will find it. But right above this one actually is B show grass. So I have it on false. People say it's placebo, people say it doesn't do anything, but I always just put it on false, and for me it's like one of those safe things to do. There used to be this big thing with display gamma that you have to change this. It's a lie. It doesn't really make much of a difference. It isn't going to change the way your game looks unless you really mess with it. This right here is a default value, so set it to this and you should be fine. Bear in mind, this will change like most seasons when Fortnite changed the colors of stuff for no reason. Now here is a controversial one. B disable mouse acceleration. I have it on true, and I'd advise you put it on true, but apparently, like, actually proven, this is just placebo. So if you actually go into your Windows and type in mouse settings and click into additional mouse options, in pointer controls, as long as enhanced pointer precision is not enabled, and within your mouse software you don't have any hardware acceleration enabled, which by default it should be off anyways, especially if you have like a SteelSeries or a Logitech mouse, you're gonna be chilling because Fortnite bases this on your Windows settings. So if you've got all them in check, you should be good. Now here are some interesting ones that no one's mentioned yet on YouTube. Be allowed download high-res MIPS. You want that on false. Be allowed low power mode, false. Oh, and also auto launch full game on false. Personally, unless you have a 60Hz monitor, be use VSync, you also want on false. Be use dynamic resolution, false. Now we're on to our resolution size X and Y. If you guys have ever changed your resolution or use stretch resolutions, you'll know what this is here. I have mine on native. I did a video, I think it was my last video now, where, you know, I figured that native this season is very bad. It's actually placebo. It doesn't really give an FPS increase unless you're on a insanely low-end PC. And if you're not also setting the resolution right, it isn't going to work. You can't just be doing it in your control panel. You have to use a proper program. There's definitely methods on YouTube. I know it's Jerry and did one. But yeah, I'd stick to native. Preferred full screen mode, I have it on 0. This is literally just full screen. Audio quality level on 0. As far as I'm aware, this is the lowest audio quality setting. If you have a really good headset and want to hear footsteps better, you can set this to 1, which would be high. It just will lower your FPS. Talking about FPS, we've got frame rate limit. Mine's 240 because I have a 240Hz monitor. People do say that if you have 240Hz monitor, but you can reach 360 FPS stably, you should go up to that, if not 280. So that's what you should cap on. But for a lot of you guys that have 144Hz, you want to cap on 165. So literally just change this value to 165. Now the important stuff, scalability groups, resolution on 99. Shout out the boy Zilly who actually said this in a video, but if you change this to 99 opposed to 100, which literally is 1 less, you'd think it makes no difference, but by science, this does change a lot. So for example, he went into Photoshop, which obviously works a little different, but if you drop the resolution in Photoshop from 100 to 99, it drastically changes the file size, which is kind of how Fortnite works. In this case, you're going to save some FPS. Your GPU has to work a lot less. There is proper science behind it, and I can't give you that all in this video, but trust me, 99 or anything honestly lower where it doesn't look too bad, I wouldn't go any lower than 75, is going to help. This will help better than using those awful stretch resolutions. Everything else here you want on 0. A lot of people aren't saying this. They're leaving these two bottom ones, shading quality and landscape, on like random values that was set by default when they installed Chapter 5. But yeah, you do want to change these. They do make a big difference. All of these chat settings are personal. Of course, if you like disable friend requests and get rid of notifications that may pop up in your game, you will save FPS, and it's another thing that no one's mentioning. Also, right at the top, I would change these. So this is what I have mine on. Just literally copy these two values. This doesn't mean you will be using DirectX 11, because don't worry, I do have performance mode enabled, but of course that is very dependent on your actual in-game settings as well. So no matter how you change these, bear in mind you are done here. You can press file, save, and then you're going to go back, properties and make sure you take a read only and press apply so Fortnite doesn't force reset these. But yeah, your in-game settings, they do matter. So do go and watch this video. You will see on screen right now. This is the thumbnail. I'll link it down below. It's also probably in the card, and that will help you optimize your game settings because they still matter.